where I'm going to be teaching you today my #1 wedding or bridal look that I did this summer. It's super easy. It was just an easy one for each bride to go to because it's kind of like a sunset one. I've got an orangey color in it and a little bit of shimmer and then a little bit of a darker color over it. It was really natural for most of the brides I was working on. Most of them didn't wear a lot of makeup and they didn't want to look not like themselves, so this was my go-to. I always wore it to every single wedding that I did too, so that people could see what it looked like before I'd put it on them too. And yeah, I will just get started with it. So the first product that I use is, I like to use a primer on my eyes. This one I've just started been using. It's by NARS and it's their eyeshadow Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Normally I do use the Urban Decay, the original Potion. I really like that, but I've been trying this because I got it in my gratis bag from Sephora and I like it. So yeah, that's what I started out priming my eyes with, and then I went in with a Ludwig eyeshadow from the Kat Von D shade Light Eye palette, and I just put that all over the lid before I sat down, and it's just kind of like a powder so that way everything blends a whole lot easier when you put on the first one instead of getting like some clumps. So the first eyeshadow that I placed down all the way, and I'm going to put this one in the crease, is by NYX and it's called Blame It on Midnight, and it is a nude orangey color, I'd say. And then I go in with my MAC 224 brush and I'm just going to place that all along the crease, but I have hooded eyes, so with my hooded eyes I really like to extend them because I do wear fake eyelashes normally, and so I extend where I put all of my eyeshadow so that way my eyes look bigger once my eyelashes are on and there's more to see, because if I'm just kind of looking straight forward, my eyes do cover basically my whole eyelid and they've kind of just been getting more and more saggy as I've been getting older. But so most pictures you will see me raising my eyebrows. Thankfully I don't have any forehead wrinkles yet, so you can't quite tell that I'm raising my eyebrows as much as I am. So yeah, we're just going to go in with that color. I'll show you guys. I'm actually going to bring the camera closer first though, so one second. Alrighty, so now that you guys are closer, we shall begin. So first I'm going to go back and I'm going to take that 224 brush from MAC, and you can just really use any big fluffy brush. I just like how big and fluffy this one is. And then the NYX Blame It on Midnight, even though it doesn't look like midnight, it looks like the morning. But yeah, I'm just going to get quite a bit of product on my brush. Remember to tap it off so that there's not any extra, so then you don't get fallout. And how I am going to begin is I'm going to start out from the outer corner, and I'm going to, remember I placed mine a little bit higher because I do have hooded eyes, so normally you would place your eyeshadow just kind of along right there, but since mine are hooded, I'm going to go a little bit higher. And I do raise my eyebrows when I do this to make sure that I can get all of my lid in there. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more product, and we're just going to, I twirl when I blend. So that's just, I kind of go in little circles, and I do some lines, but I think the little circles is the best way for me. And I hold my brush about mid-barrel. A little bit more product, blow it off, tap it off, do what you want. Leave it on if you want, if you're skilled enough. Apparently I'm not. A little bit more product. Kind of go on the outside and swirl. So I am going to just bring it in a little bit right here, but I'm going to keep down here clear the entire time from this because I am going to go in with a lighter shadow and I don't want to have to cover that. So let us continue. And once it's to the darkness or the color that you would like, move on to the next eye. Again, put your brush into it, tap it a little bit. I'll twirl for you guys so you can see both angles. And I am raising my eyebrow a little bit so that I don't have so much of a hood. Otherwise it's kind of like this and I start to lose my eye and where to put stuff. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we are going to go in, and this is a cheaper version. eyeshadow. It's NYC. You can get it at like Rite Aid, at Walmart. I've loved this eyeshadow since I was in high school. It's comes in like a little tube like this, and when you take it out, it does have a wand. Now this is the part that can get messy. I don't actually place this onto my eye. I do dump this into its old container that they don't make anymore, but I still have because I loved it so much. And it's kind of like a little lid like that. So I always just take off, when I take out this, I tap it into there, or I just completely flip this over and dump some into there. And that's how I get my product out, because it is dangerous, and if you mess with it or if it gets out somewhere, you're gonna be shimmery all day. And this is the color Golden Champagne 880, if you wanted to get it. I see a pretty good resemblance of it to Champagne Pop, but I like this stuff better because it's not as shiny, but it is a little bit shiny. And then I am going to go in with my MAC 275 brush, and I'm just going to saturate that a lot, get lots of product onto it. Here we are. And we're going to place this into the part that we left blank earlier, so which is going to be this lower part right here, the lower part of the eyelid. And I'm going to take the angle that is most upwards, I'm assuming is how you say, and I'm going to angle it to the inner corner of my eye. And if you get a little bit of fallout, it's okay. This is a loose pigment and it is hard to work with. And I'm just going to make sure my full eyelid is covered in this beautiful golden goodness. I've never quite found an eyeshadow that's as beautiful as this. Now I just kept it on that lower half, and it's okay that you can see like a harsh line because we're going to go back through and we're going to blend that. We just want to make sure that the color is like on there heavily. Now we're going to get a smaller blending brush than my last one. It's not that much smaller, but it's a little bit smaller. This one, it's just the bristles are more condensed. They're not so spurtled out everywhere. I don't know if that's the word. I think my mom and I made that word up. But anyways, this brush is from It Brushes, excuse me, for Ulta. And then I'm going to go in with, this is by NYX, it's called Tryst, T-R-Y-S-T, and it is a darker brown grayish tone to it. Kind of a little taupe. That's the right way to put it. So we're just going to saturate our brush in that, get lots in there, and then we're going to tap off the excess. And this color we're going to go in quite a bit lighter than the first shade, because right now what we're mostly going to be doing is we're going to be darkening the crease, and then we're also going to be blending with the leftover stuff on the brush, blending that harsh line that we have right now with that champagne color. So we're going to start on the outside. Ooh, I just got a shit ton on my face. I done fucked up. I didn't have a brush to grab, so I just grabbed whatever was close and got that ish off. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to that blending part with the same It brush, per se. And we're just gonna keep it right along that line that we made. Alright, and now we're going to go do the same exact thing on the other side, but hopefully not get so much product on our cheeks. And now we're going to go back in with that 275 brush, and we're just going to get a little bit more product on there, and we're just going to go back over that champagne color just slightly. We're not going to go up as high as we did last time. We're just going to keep it on the inner corner. Make sure it's still nice and glowy and sparkly. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with some gel liner, and the gel liner that I've been using and I really like, but I do find it a little bit difficult to work with, is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the waterproof cream color in the color Jet. It's pretty dang black. But the thing about this is it dries pretty quickly, and so a tip that I have discovered with it is I take a little bit of my Japanese makeup brush cleaner, and it's an oil base. So I just squirt a little bit into the lid that it came with. I know it's super funny. And then I dip my tiny little brush, which is going to be the MAC 210 brush, and I'm going to dip that into there. And it's kind of saturated. You can tell it's wet, I guess. Maybe you can't tell. I can tell. And then we're just going to dip that into the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye gel liner. And then that makes it so it's a lot easier to work with. Huh. So yeah, if your gel liner is getting dry, I've heard you can use eye drops. I didn't feel like that worked as well for me, or it just didn't stay moist enough for me while I was doing my eyeliner, and so this, I feel like it keeps the liner easier to work with, and then it still has that great long-lasting wear like a regular gel liner would have. Alright, so I went on ahead and I put on my eyelashes and my eyeliner off camera because it's pretty hard to do that in general, let alone not being able to get super close to the mirror and have someone see me do all the weird faces and whatnot that I make. But so we're going to continue with what we were doing. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a highlight on the inner corner and then up on the eyebrow, just kind of pull the whole look together. And so I'm going to go in with MAC Shroom, and this is just a nice little highlight color. It's not too shiny but not too dull, so it's not going to be like overpowered. This is just a little brush from Bedhead. I think I got this when I was going to school to get my esthetician's license. So we're just going to go in, it's pretty tiny, we're going to put that in the corner and then up on the brow bone. Saturate our brush with that. And then also highlight along right here. Alright, and that concludes our bridal look, or just an everyday look. It's pretty nice, it's easy, it's fun. The eyeshadows that are used, you can get at Ulta, or you can get, I believe you can get NYX at Target, and at Fred Meyer. I'm not 100% on Fred Meyer, but I'm pretty positive you can. But you can't get it at Walmart, at least so far that I've seen. But they're a really nice brand, and they're cheaper, and they have lots of options to choose from, and they last, and they're very creamy. Yeah, and then the last thing that I would do for a bride is just spray her whole face down with some setting spray. I use the Urban Decay Long Lasting. I feel like that's the best eyeshadow, or not, excuse me, not eyeshadow, but setting spray out there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will be making a new one soon, but I don't know what it is yet. But yeah, if you have requests or something, or you want to know anything else, just comment below, or message me on Facebook, or DM me on Instagram, you know, that whole goodie thing and whatnot. But yeah, have a nice day. Thank you.